How's it going today, everyone? This is KaijuFanatic, your host. Today we're going to be reviewing the Marmit San Diego Comic-Con 2021 exclusive gray translucent red Shin Godzilla 4th form base version figure. This is definitely a unique piece out of the Marmit figures. There's about 50 of them, but not many that are not really normal Shin Godzilla paint, so it's very nice to have this figure in my collection. It's definitely a unique piece on the shelf and with the other Shin Godzillas from other brands. It's the sculpt, as we've talked about before, is a very nice sculpt. It does suffer some of those softness issues, but one thing I can say, I love this head. Look at how evil he looks, how just dead he looks almost at the same time. It's just a super, super unique look for Shin Godzilla. This mold is still one of the most unique Shins in my collection, Sofubi and otherwise. It's a very, very nice thing. As you can see here, though, once we get to the chest and the thighs, the sculpt does seem to soften up a little bit. I don't know if it was just because they were reproducing it so quick or the sculpt itself is actually soft, but I feel like this figure could have used a little bit more depth, a little bit more edge, kind of like the dorsal plates here on the rest of the body. These dorsal plates are some of my absolute favorites. I love the red. I love how dark the red is, and I love the effect that the gray gives off when you're shining a light behind it, which we're going to look at here in about a minute or so. So hold on to your butts. It's just a very, very nice looking figure on the shelf. This tail, it's long, but it's also curled up. So guess what? It's not a huge shelf taker, which is very, very nice because these Shin Godzillas normally take up a lot of space, even with their tails curled. It's got a unique tip of the tail. It's got like a white paint on it. It kind of gives it that like glowing hot, like it's on fire almost. It's a unique take at it. It fits with the color scheme, and personally I really like it too. Here's some more of that kind of softness on the sculpt. You can kind of see the one line of dorsal plates going down. Definitely small, which is okay. It's stylized. It's nice looking. It's kind of got a texture to it. It's interesting. Now, if you're looking for articulation, this figure does have a little bit. It's got a head turn. Its arms can go out. It can do the L dance from Fortnite. It's got articulated legs if you want to adjust. The tail doesn't really move, and this tip of the tail doesn't really move either. But they move, so there you go, I guess. The translucency on this figure is where it sells for me, and I think for a lot of collectors that want this Shin. There's just something about this dark vinyl that they chose with the gray that looks very, very unique, very aggressive, I would say. It's just really, really, really cool. And best part is, once the lights are off, it looks even better. Make sure you get a flashlight that has brightness options. I feel like if your flashlights or your lighting is too bright, you kind of lose the dark red, and it kind of almost becomes a hot pink, which I guess is a plus or a minus, depending on what you like. Personally, I'd like it a little bit more darker on this figure since that's the mold, but that's up to you as well. It's very, very nice translucent. Now, for size comparisons and my final thoughts, I'm very pleased with this Shin Godzilla. It's unique. It's not quite movie colors, and yet it's not quite not movie colors as well. So, kind of a cop-out, but it's a very nice figure. If you're looking for this, like I said, it's a San Diego Comic-Con USA exclusive. This is definitely more expensive on Japanese import sites. I've noticed on Bai these go for quite a bit more than they normally do on eBay, but I haven't seen many on eBay either, so these are probably getting a little bit harder to find. I'd still recommend trying to keep it under about $200 if you really do want this figure, so buy at your own discretion. Very pleased. I recommend picking it up if you are a Shin fan, though. So that's it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost at 900 subscribers. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for watching the review, and I'll see you guys in the next one.